The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Morgan Moses returned to practice today, which is great news for the Jets. Tomorrow is the Jets' first scrimmage of the summer. A lot of Jet news to break down. And joining us for the first time and what will be many Friday chats is our friend Boy Green. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season.
There goes my hero.
Oh,
As he goes.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I want to give a big shout out to all the Asmaniacs who tuned into ESPN New York this morning. It was awesome to get a chance to host from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. doing the morning drive shift for DiPietro and Rothenberg. I'll be doing that same exact shift with Maria Moreno on Labor Day. So get up early on Labor Day, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. to hear me in morning drive once again. Joining us right now is someone who, if you're up early like this guy is, you know him as well as anyone out there. He is a diehard fan of the New York Jets. He's such a big fan that his nickname is Boy Green, and he joins us now. Paul, what's going on, man?
you know, Jake, you are a man of the people. There's the Jake Asman chap for all the Asmaniacs out there. And then people asked for Jake Asman and Boy Green to connect the dots. And boom, Jake, snap the finger. You've made it happen. You are Thanos. Snap your fingers and things just happen. You're Jake Asman, baby.
I mean, look, the people wanted it. And when we agreed to the deal to have you on the show, this was my reaction.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas.
And here we are.
Yeah.
The show is happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I appreciate it. Again, when we agreed to this, Jake, I showed up. I didn't just skip any portion of the off season and hold out for more money, although I've had some people in my camp that suggested I should have. I didn't. I accepted the terms of the deal at the time of the agreement.
I appreciate it. You're pulling the anti-Hassan Reddick, which I think this fan base certainly appreciates as well.
First impressions are important from what I understand. So this Boy Green Jake Asman show that'll be every Friday, it's important to set a good tone.
Absolutely. We're simulcasting it on your channel as well. So if you're watching on Paul's channel or mine, we appreciate your support. I'm going to read you something from Rich Cimini to start us off today.
Oh, okay.
Aaron Rodgers, 12 for 14, 5 touchdowns. Enjoyed one of his best days. Dominating in the red zone. Moved the ball in 2-minute situations. Threw a no-look to Tyler Conklin for a touchdown. Also feathered a nice corner route to Conklin. So Aaron Rodgers, Paul, over the last 2 practices, is 21 of 25 with 11 touchdowns. I believe the New York Jets last season in 17 games, a Jet quarterback combined for 11 total touchdown passes. Your thoughts?
The math on that is incredible. So I appreciate, Jake, you putting those numbers together. It looks like the old man still got it. The guy who's 40 years of age, who turned 41 in December, and bringing this sort of, text porn to us, and then your beautiful FM radio voice delivering it to my ear holes. It is wonderful news and spectacular that Aaron Rodgers still has it. And we got a taste last year. The 2 preseason drives against the Giants. He finds that 14-yard touchdown to Garrett Wilson in the left corner of the end zone. We're just like, oh, baby, can't wait to see that. And today we got like a friggin' rocket launcher. Aaron Rodgers, broken coverage, booyah, hit the bomb in NFL Blitz for a massive touchdown to old G-Dub there. And I think it was Mike Clay who said it on your show, sneaky Garrett Wilson, leader in touchdown receptions this year.
He did say that. You're right. Good memory by you. I appreciate that. You know, it's so funny because so much was made earlier in the week about Rodgers and Garrett Wilson animated on the sidelines. And since that happened, the Jets offense has gone out there and they put together their best practices of the summer. It's almost like the defense is typically ahead of the offense when the pads first come on. It's almost like that happens, and it's not some big national story that Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson hate each other like Nick Wright and several others tried to make it seem.
It is odd that all these stories that seem to be one thing and then a national media spin and they become another. Obviously, much has been made about the Egyptian trip for Aaron Rodgers and how that's going to affect everything, and then multiple passionate. I know things about passion, obviously. So I am an enthusiast in the passionate category. So when people are talking about passionate conversations between Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, my curiosity is piqued, of course, naturally. And I will tell you, when you look at that for Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, people go, oh boy, fuming Aaron Rodgers, pissed off Aaron Rodgers. It seems like those were productive conversations. I guess the talks worked.
I guess they did. Indeed. Now, some other big things happened today at practice. The return of Morgan Moses. We're going to get into that in a moment, but I want to make sure we say this at the top of the show. If you have a question for Boy Green or myself, make sure you write it in the chat. Super chats will cut the line, so submit that. And we are always on this show looking for channel membership. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present a 5 spot from the GOAT of gifting. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike D's Nuts.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's Nuts. Hey, for another gifted membership. Hey.
Here we go. A 5 spot from Mike. If you hear your name called, you are a channel member. You are an official Asmaniac. Lonely Satellite, Card Cape Central, Vinny Ferraro, Shlomo, and B.P. York. But wait. Oh, just wait. Because, folks, we are not done. Bobby Midnight is getting in on the membership gifting game. 1 channel membership has been gifted. Now, here's the thing. The show started at 4:30 Eastern. This was gifted at 4:11. I can't even scroll up in the chat because there's so much happening and figure out who got the membership. So, Bobby, if you know, write in the chat who got it, and we'll give them a shout-out. But I will play this for you, Bob, because we love you. Boom. Thank you for your support. All right, let's get to the Morgan Moses stuff now. I pulled some cuts from his press conference. So for those who missed it, Morgan Moses today, he's been around the team. He's been doing some drills, but today was the first day he actually was out there in team drills, meaning 11 on 11, Jets starting offense versus the starting defense. So you had all 5 of the Jets offensive linemen out there together. First things first, here's Morgan Moses talking about returning to the lineup.
Mic check 1 2.
How does it feel to be back out there doing team drills?
Fantastic, man. I'm never one to just sit on the side and have to work through things, but it's all about timing and stuff. But being able to go out there today and just run around with the guys and feel like you're 10 years old again, playing football, man, it just felt fantastic.
If you needed any reminder, Boy Green, on how awesome the personality is of Morgan Moses, I think these next couple cuts we're going to play is going to be that reminder for you and every Jet fan out there why this was such a good move. I mean, we know he's good. We lived it. I wish he was here the last couple of years. That's probably one of Joe Douglas's biggest regrets.
No doubt about it. And an A-plus guy. I remember it was a local Washington reporter that broke the news, and Adam Schefter carried it, I remember, of Morgan Moses getting cut and ultimately ending up on the Jets. And I remember having that guy on the show, and he just talked about the passion of Morgan Moses and how driven he was and how much more he believed Morgan Moses that he still had left in the tank. And you talk about one of the worst moves was letting him go. One of the best moves was acquiring him in the middle of the summer in the first place to bring him in. And a lot of people eye roll at the moves that Joe Douglas makes in the middle of the summer summer and things of that nature. But boy, that was one of them. And Jake, today, as we're doing the show for the first time, August 2nd, we're a month and a week away, as it was teased, of course, which was sexy on the Hall of Fame game last night of upcoming Jets 49ers week 1, which means it's right around the corner. But we are a month and a week away from the season opener, and the Jets already have their starting 5 together. We know who they are. They practice together. I mean, this is monumental. It is impossible to understate how important this is, because you can't simulate these live bullets and you can't simulate the camaraderie and chemistry that will naturally come with these guys working together here in training camp.
No doubt. It is a major boost for this offense. And look, injuries happen. We understand that. But just to let these guys play together. I mean, the Jets didn't get this at all last year. We didn't know who the starting 5 was until a week before the season started. We weren't sure about Dwayne Brown. Becton was a huge unknown if he was going to be the left tackle, traded the right tackle. Joe Tippmann versus Connor McGovern. We thought it was going to be McGovern, but we didn't know for sure. There was just so much uncertainty, and it's so nice on August 2nd that these guys they're all going to get a chance to practice with one another. So Morgan Moses was asked about the importance of that. This was Moses earlier.
It's very important, right? Because offensive line is the one group besides the quarterbacks, right, that never come off the field, right? It's good for us as well, too, because you got quality reps that Olu's gotten with the first reps, the first guys. Max has done an amazing job. Carter's done an amazing job, and that's just polishing up the offensive line, right? Because you never know. We play a sport every day that we're crashing into each other on the front seven. So, to have those guys get quality reps throughout the training camp, throughout the preseason is definitely good for everybody. But obviously having the starting 5 intact today is it's definitely great, man. Just to be able to work together, have the same mindset, see the game together as one unit. So it's definitely great for us.
How much is it?
Love it. Yeah. Here's more from Morgan Moses as well. They asked him about playing with AVT. Remember, Morgan Moses, when he was here last, AVT was a rookie, so I found this answer to be fascinating.
It's been great, man. Obviously I played with AVT as a rookie when he was a rookie, and now to see him flourish and have that veteran mindset, and just him being on the line and him predetermining things before the ball snap. And then obviously, watching Tyron, we've been in the same division for, quite some time when I was in Washington. So being able to see him play and the things that he's done, and we have the same mindset because we were coached by the same offensive line coach majority of our career. So we can relate to things off the field and kind of talk about techniques and things like that. And I think when you have that conversation off the field with guys like that, it's iron sharpened iron, right? Your IQ just always is always rising, because you're talking ball on the field and you're talking ball off the field. And he's definitely been a bright spot here, just for me to learn from, the younger guys to learn from. They're lying if they tell you as a vet that you can't learn more. So having him out there and just learning from him, his techniques and the things, how he sees the game and how he approaches the game, is definitely a blessing.
God, I love Morgan Moses. I love that beard too, Boy Green. He's going with the same beard you have. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And what was he using, the Copper John? Is that still a sponsor on this job?
Oh, yeah.
Was that some of the work there by Morgan Moses? Oh yeah. That was elite stuff right there from Morgan.
Normally I have some Copper John's beard oil heavy, but I just ran out, so I got to go to my closet to get more. But it's still a sponsor. Promo code Jake20 at checkout, all right? Get yourself 20% off.
Yeah, please. I need some extra stuff. So anything Jake uses is something I should use, no question. And it was cool. He mentioned Tyron Smith, and he has Jack's arms from Mortal Kombat. He's built like a freak, and AVT in particular, the evolution of AVT. I just saw it from Brandon Thorne, who's the offensive line guru. He's tweeting about it. I saw him and Connor Rodgers going back and forth on it as they were ranking Brandon Thorne's as offensive line guru, the top guards in football, and he brought up AVT and how much we've all been robbed of having elite guard play, and his fingers crossed that he's able to stay healthy. I think we all feel that way. So, it's awesome to have AVT back with this group.
And you know what's interesting too? There was so much concern, and rightfully so, with Keith Carter remaining this team's offensive line coach. But because this group is so veteran heavy outside of Tippmann, and Tippmann has Aaron Rodgers helping him, and I think there's a great support system around him, you're not really as concerned with Keith Carter as maybe you would be for a different team. Tyron Smith is a Hall of Famer. He's coaching up Olu Fashanu. Morgan Moses has been a top 15 tackle for his entire life in this league. He's really solid. He's there helping the young players as well. You look at AVT, he was good before Keith Carter even got there. You're not worried about him. John Simpson comes from the Ravens with a guy in Morgan Moses, so there is some continuity there. there's concern with Carter. I get it, but I'm not nearly as concerned as maybe we should be because of the fact that they have such good veterans in that room.
It's an astute observation that not enough people point out. It's an easy, low-hanging fruit to go, Keith Carter, Jets offensive line, Keith Carter, Jets offensive line. But to be honest, there's enough stalwart veterans that have been around the league that know what they're doing, that are serving as semi-coaches on the field. They talk about that all the friggin' time as it pertains to, thinking about like Aaron Rodgers to the younger quarterbacks on the roster. He's like another coach on the field. They've said that about C.J. Mosley and his impact on the roster as well. So there is that effect that's in this room, and it just feels right. Tyron Smith, one of the best pass protectors in NFL history. Morgan Moses, to your point, is just a pros pro, and some people take that as an insult. It is absolutely not. He is just a pros pro that just knows what he's doing, and he just does his job. There's very few young guys on the team in terms of Carter's like influence and having to be this guy that has to carve them and mold them to be ready. Quite frankly, I like what this group has because these players are coaching them up. And to be honest, Olu Fashanu couldn't stop. And this was before he was even drafted. He was drooling about Keith Carter before the draft, talking about how good of a coach and impact he had in that first meeting inside the building. So it seems like, again, and the whip was cracked. Saleh said we had to tell him to kind of take a step back. I've heard from Tennessee people when Keith Carter was first hired, dictator, army-like mentality he has that rubs a lot of people the wrong way. We obviously saw the beef with Mekhi Becton, but some people like it, and he's able to rein it in a little bit. I'm not saying Keith Carter's having the second coming of the Messiah, but I think when you combine all those factors, I don't think it's as big of a factor as some people have said.
Tony Alvarado with a super chat. Stop the press. This is one of the greatest Jets YouTube crossovers known to man. Love Boy Green and Jake. Tony, thank you very much for the super chat. Hennessy Heisman with a super chat. Breece finally has an O-line. Can't wait. I mean, obviously the goal is protecting Rodgers. Breece Hall is going to have an opportunity behind this offensive line, especially in a line that is not going to have to block, 8 guys coming at them because the boxes aren't going to be stacked when Rodgers is your quarterback. He's the real winner in all this. Breece Hall is going to dominate, man.
And the consistency, because everyone brings up this 11-game stretch or 11-week stretch that Breece Hall had last year where he had 51 yards or rushing or fewer in all of those games. And then you look at some of, again, those advanced analytics that Breece Hall, for yards over expected, when you get into some of those deeper numbers, what did he do with what he was presented? And Breece Hall was more than above average. He was top 10 in that league too. So the fact of the matter is Breece Hall is going to be nasty. He played in all 17 last year. There's no rehab to worry about this offseason. It's all being right. That's also something Judy Batista said earlier today on Boy Green Daily on my show. And she said the same thing. Breece is healthy, and people are underrating that too.
No doubt. No doubt about that. Ladies and gentlemen, we will get to some gifted memberships that just came through, but we have to pause to get to the granddaddy of them all here from Rick Kent. How about a 10 spot of channel memberships? I am so pumped up, Rick. I'm giving you the full-on Brock Purdy experience.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener? Oh, yeah! He's going to die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
He gonna die.
Yeah, baby.
Wow. Good Lord.
A 10 spot. Here we go. Charles Sanders, D-Rob, Darnell Baker, Matthew Smith, Joe Campanelli, DeAndre Vega, Jet Fan for Life, Dan C, from 3 Step Gaming, Demolition Smash. You are all officially channel members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're not done, though, because people want to become as maniacs. What's your membership program called?
Boy Green Coffee Club, baby.
Yes. All right. So Mr. Business has gifted a Jake Asman Show channel membership. Thank you, Mr. Business. Your membership went to Cheeseman. But wait, there's more. I didn't even know we could do this, but apparently YouTube lets it happen on your channel. A Jared B gifted membership to the Boy Green Coffee Club. I don't know who got it, but Jared.
I got it.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I am prepared this time around. Patrick Volpe was just gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership, baby.
Yeah, there we go. Also, how about this? Terrence Hill gifting a membership on my channel and your channel. So I'm going to sound the bell again here as we get caught up. Appreciate the support, everybody. Terrence Hill, your membership on my channel went to David Hoyt. BG, on yours?
Reese Quinlan, baby, is part of the Boy Green Coffee Club. God bless.
Love it. Love it. Also, shout out to everyone for the kind words about my shirt. This is a VR special. He sent me the link in the Discord, and I said, I'm buying it. So I wanted to dress up like VR. They got a big show coming up later, the 411, the whole thing.
Yeah,
so thanks to everyone for the kind words about the shirt. Anyway, let's continue here. How about this from Aaron? He says, is there any way to stream the scrimmage? Love you, Jake. I personally in the media cannot stream. I highly recommend you check Jets Twitter because fans are going to be posting plays constantly. Maybe Let's Talk Jets one because the Jets tried to shut that down the other day. But, you know, the average Joe in the stands is going to be able to film and post stuff, and there's nothing the Jets could do about that. So that would be my recommendation for those who want real plays in real time from the scrimmage tomorrow.
Yeah, I have not seen the Jets in a long time do a broadcast of their own of the scrimmage. I've only seen select stuff, highlights after the fact. So, so I guess we're just going to have to get the film, the plays from the fans, and then whatever else they feed us on a silver platter after the fact.
Brandon says, Paul, the coffee club is with you, buddy.
There you go. Double B in the morning, baby. This is, again, the friggin' combination. When you go up to the buffet menu and you're like, I'll take a number 1 and a number 2. Jake Asman, Boy Green, booyah. It is an absolute collab of all collabs.
Things are happening, folks. Hennessy Heisman, he has a super chat for us. He says, oh, yeah. Jake, add Boy Green's dad to the list of Rodgers haters. I heard him say we should have signed Carr instead, and I lost my gosh darn bananas. Look, I'm sure he's a wonderful man, BG, but your father, he is a bit of a Rodgers hater. I think that's a fair criticism.
DRS, or RDS, excuse me. I just almost had a seizure in here. RDS is what we're talking about. And yeah, I'm sure you did a show on it too about the Derek Carr, pardon my take, conversation. Him saying, oh yeah, I could have signed with the Jets if I wanted to. I'm the one who chose to leave. So boy, we could be experiencing a different reality right now, Jake, if he decided to sign on the dotted line.
I will say this. I did cover that. I don't believe Derek Carr for a second. I think they were waiting for Rodgers, right?
God, I hope
just,
so.
Yeah,
oh, boy.
Speaking of which, you mentioned RDS, right? Rodgers derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
Well, we had to make a special place for those with RDS. We call it the RDS Asylum.
The leader of the team has opted to go on vacation rather than participate in mandatory minicamps. It's unexcused. So it's something he chose to do without going to work. Jets, in my opinion, can't find him enough for someone that showed up for work 4 days last year.
Man, and boy, I'm glad, in a very serious note, I am glad that Aaron Rodgers has been able to overcome these 2 missed days. And you mentioned the touchdown pass over the last 2 days. There's a lot of people who thought his career was over right then and there, that perhaps the Jets wouldn't even let him back in the building. So I'm glad that he was able to power through. God bless.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, 21 of 25 and 11 touchdowns the last 2 practices. I would say he's doing just fine. I think he's okay that he wasn't there on June 11th and June 12th without pads on for mandatory minicamp.
Yeah, I think we're spot on there. I think that part of the equation is covered. But let's check back week 1 Monday Night Football. I'm sure if an incomplete pass happens, I'm sure we might be getting some extra action.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike D's Nuts is announcing his presence during today's show. We like to call this, Boy Green, a D's Nuts explosion.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership.
Here we go. The following listeners are now as maniacs. L34Geo, Matt Mason, Timothy Moore, Jets Forever. No, not the one we don't like, the one we do like, and David Gerard. You guys are all officially channel members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So some other things I wanted to get into here, and we'll open up the Gusbuster hotline. The link is pinned for those who want to call in. When it comes to this scrimmage tomorrow, what are some of the things you're looking to see? I heard Robert Saleh say it's going to be a lot more team periods, 1v1s, 2v2s. Says it's going to be a long day. So there's going to be a lot of what the fans who go to these practices are excited to see. You personally, what would be some of the things you're looking to see?
Yeah, and the one thing I'll say is also Jake Asman's controlling everything, guys. So if you guys are trying to call in on my channel, I have the same link that'll go through Jake if you guys are trying to call into the show. So keep that up, baby. We love it. I would say the exciting part is this is kind of the last flavor, and CJ Mosa kind of talked about this on NFL Network as Judy Batista and Mike Garafolo are there at Jets camp, and that this is the last hurrah for these guys because next week it's game planning, and I put that in quotes because it's not like we're going to get full game plans or vanilla game plans, but it's all preseason for the rest of the run. We got Commanders, Panthers, Giants, then that little break of final roster cuts, and then we move on. So for me, some of the things I want to see is progress. What about Joe Tippmann and the center issues? How about some straight on snaps? That's something I'd like to see. That would be. And I think Rodgers said it during his interview with Kay Adams, somewhere between the belly button and the mid face. That's what he's looking for. If he could shoot it in that range, Tippy, he's in good shape. So that's something that I'm looking to see. Who is wide receiver 2 with Garrett Wilson, the clear wide receiver 1? Where are we going target-wise? I'd love to see a little bit of that action. Of course, health. We've seen a couple of nicks and bruises here. Health, for the love of everything that's holy, is something else that we certainly want to see. And I want to see Stiggers, man. I want to see when Garrett's going against some of these guys. Sauce was not here today for an excused absence at practice. So they had a very difficult time trying to guard Garrett Wilson. The rest of the NFL is going to have a very difficult time covering Garrett Wilson. I'm looking forward to some of those ops because those are great opportunities for these other corners to get a chance to go against one of the best receivers in the NFL.
Well, think about it too, right? Carter's banged up right now, so no Carter, no Sauce. All of a sudden, Aaron Rodgers, who's already great when those guys are there, is able to carve them up even more.
Yeah, 100%. So, again, depth thrown a little bit into question there. We didn't hear an MC2 injury update from Salah today, so hopefully that's a good news thing that he didn't bring it up. If it was more serious, you would have thought at his first opportunity he would have started the press conference with that. So, hopefully nothing too serious. And, again, Salah should be back. It was just a personal thing. So, but, yeah, again, it's just a good sign that we're having this back and forth nature. That's another thing that we want to see for the scrimmage is not like defense destroying the offense the entire time. We go, wow, we got the greatest defense of all time. Because on the other hand, we're like, yikes, what's going on with the offense? So we want some trading, some back and forth. I want a great defensive play, a great PD from Sauce on Garrett Wilson, and then Aaron Rodgers doing Aaron Rodgers things that are indefensible against this defense, no matter how good your team is. So I do want to see some trading of back and forth.
Well said. This one is from Oscar the Grouch, who uses his free Asmaniac super chat. He's been a member for 3 months. Jake, how would you in the chat feel about a Rick Kent emoji? Oscar, if you design it, I will add that to the rotation as quickly as we can. I love Rick Kent. All right. He might not be Clark, but he's still a great Kent. All right. That reference was for you, Charles Gorman.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Nice.
This one is a weird super chat here, but I will read it because I love money. Why do wear Muhammad Ali ? Shirt?
I saw that on the ESPN 98.7. You were wearing it looked like the Muhammad Ali shirt earlier today. Maybe that's what he's referencing.
I guess so. I don't know what he's asking me, though. Why do wear Muhammad Ali?
Why wear it? Yeah,
why did I wear it?
I don't know why you would need a reason. Muhammad Ali was a wonderful, iconic figure, the sports and outside of it, but I guess that's what he's saying, I guess.
Well, I couldn't go naked. I had to put something on.
It's a good point.
I'm not you after a difficult Jet loss.
Hopefully we're getting none of wait, let me make sure I draw the line very clearly here. Hopefully I'm getting a lot of that action. Pause. And hopefully we're not getting any of those losing games. Hopefully both of those things can coexist in a new multiverse. That's what we're hoping for. Yeah. So we're going to get into all of it here. Again, my name is Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. We come 2 hours after every final whistle here for the post-game show. And I'm going to be honest. The only good thing that happened to me late tonight, early this morning, was making sweet, passionate love to my fiance, which I did after the article was written and that kind of stuff. That's the only good thing that happened. Not great. Terrible. So disheveled, the hair thrown around, the hat. It was a wild night, baby. It was a wild night.
I don't think I've laughed that hard after a Jet loss ever. Like, I needed that. Like, that was the greatest thing ever.
I'm glad I could deliver that.
Oh my god, because I was there that
you
night.
And my fiance, apparently. Yeah.
I was at that Charger game, watched the Jets get boat raced, not score a touchdown, and then flew out to Vegas and watched them once again not score a touchdown.
God, that sucks, man. Jake, God, you're such a trooper.
Pain. By the way, Rick Kent, what a guy he is. He goes, I'll pass on an emoji of me. No thanks. Well,
wow.
Rick, if you want an emoji, you certainly have earned one, but we appreciate your support regardless how you want an emoji or not. Rex Ryan writes in, I can't believe Jake was able to get famous Paul from Syracuse on the show today. I love that you just act as a regular caller when you're calling up Rich Eisen. You've been in the business for 10 years. You're just pretending you're just a regular caller at Syracuse.
It's been great. I've gotten to call in, I don't know, probably 5, 6, 7 times over the last couple of weeks. Tom Pelissero filled in for Rich for a week as he had some medical stuff going on and other stuff. And then Rich, I've called in. So, yeah, Paul from Syracuse. And I've gotten some great kicks because, people have seen the Paul from Syracuse. They're just fans of the Rich Eisen show. And they're watching. And then they see, oh, Paul from Syracuse. Oh, that's weird. And then they hear the voice. They're like, holy shit, that's Boy Green. And I'm like, oh, that's so funny that's the reaction. So yeah, we'll keep that train rolling.
Do you guys air Eisen locally in Syracuse, or you seek out his show and call in just on your own?
Yeah, I actually, that's a good question because of simulcast land. We do a lot of promotion for his here. We're technically, my radio station is the Xfinity Sports Network that used to be CBS Sports Radio. We do not have Rich Eisen over here. So I've just been a fan of Rich Eisen for a long time. And I watch it, it's plugged to Rich Eisen, the Roku channel, which is for free. So I've watched that show forever. So I've just been a diehard fan for 10 years.
Let me get caught up on some super chats. Then we got some channel memberships flying off the shelves. Jersey Jet, it's a super chat from your channel. He says, like both YouTube streams, people. Absolutely. If you're on Paul's show right now, his channel, hit the like button. Mine, same thing. Helps both channels continue to grow. Purple Belt Mike, I want to give some love to this guy. He called into the radio show this morning. What a great dude. We love PBM. 13-4 Super Bowl champion New York Jets, according to Purple Belt Mike. He says, are we going to see Aaron teabag the defense tomorrow? Look, I think it will be a good back and forth. Do I think Rodgers is going to win some reps? Absolutely, because he's one of the greatest to ever play.
Yeah. And by the way, is Sauce going to be there? I mean, we don't know that, but if he's there, it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. If not, no offense to the rest of the guys, but it's an easier challenge.
No doubt about that. That's well said. Ladies and gentlemen, Salem with a Asmaniac super chat. He goes, love the content, Jake. As a 22-year-old Jet fan who's never watched the Jets in a playoff game, I can't even imagine how I will feel when we finally make it. Man, 22, and you don't even remember the last time the Jets were in the playoffs. That's how bad they have been, man. You know Connor Long. You do some content with him.
Of course.
He just turned 13. He's now a teenager. His first season as a Jet fan is like the Josh McCown year. That kid is a huge fan. He's seen nothing but garbage. It's time to win, man. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, these poor bastards, that again, because by the you go back to, let's say, the division title, you've had Herm Edwards. He's a good friend of yours that you've had on the show for a long time. Jets have won the division since 2002. We're talking about 22 years ago. There are people that just became legally able to drink beer. They're like, a division title? What is that? What are you talking about? So hopefully a lot of new ground is broken this season. Mazel tov, mazel tov.
Ladies and gentlemen, memberships are flying off the shelves. Dre has gifted 5 channel memberships. And what's great about Dre is not only has he guaranteed that Brock Purdy is going to die on opening night, but he now actually has his own emoji as well. So, Dre, thank you.
He's going to die.
And I believe Dre Correa, when you guys were doing the Jake Assman shop kind of giveaway and you were talking about it and promoting it on the show, I remember I'm pretty sure that when you were talking with Jake Correa, you asked all your callers, what are you going to buy when you come on? And he said, I think it was the hoodies or the shirts where he's like, I'm going to buy every color that you have in that same shirt. So black, green, white, and you were just kind of surprised by it. I just went wow, now that. What? Let me look up the dictionary. What's the definition of an asthmaniac? Boom. Dre Correa, baby. There you go.
Let's go. Get your merch. JakeAsman.com. Dre's memberships went to Daniel Lopez, Drew Powers, Boba Jet, and how about this? We just mentioned this kid, and he got a membership. NY Flight Jets Talk. Connor Long picking up a channel membership. Love that.
Wow. Jake's a man of the people. That's awesome. See, you speak it into existence, and boom, membership.
We try. How about Dick Chimney's Burner checking in? What a name.
Oh, nice.
Unreal. Dick Chimney's Burner, thank you for the 5 memberships. Let's read out who got them. Ladies and gentlemen, 19 NY Jet 69, Treventures, Omari, Joe M, Thomas Hibbert. I think I already said Joe M. All right, that's 5 right there. Yes, got all 5. Notice, J-Quest still can't get a membership, people. The deal still stands. You get the membership and J-Quest gets it. 2 items in the merch store, whatever you want. But I'm telling you, he's never getting one. Super chat here from Coops. Heard underperformances from Will McDonald. Any truth? True or false? Do we need Hassan deal to get done? The D-line's going to be nasty this year. Well, true, they need the deal to get done. False that it needs to be this second. Otherwise, like it's somehow going to mean the Jets won't reach their goals this season. And as far as McDonald, I heard Salah rave about him after yesterday's or 2 days ago because they didn't have practice yesterday, 2 days ago. So, look, Will's still a developing player. If you have faith in the defensive coaching staff like I do, I think you got to be patient, and I think he's going to be good. It might not be right away, but I still have a lot of confidence that Will McDonald will be a good football player.
And let's be real. If we're being honest, there are so many Jet fans that are against Will McDonald by the nature of how everything happened that if Salah said, wow, Will McDonald is the greatest practice player of all time, that still wouldn't be enough to satisfy some people. It's a results-oriented business. He had 3 sacks last year. Out is Bryce Huff, in is Will McDonald and Hassan Reddick and others. Like, he's going to have to deliver on the field to quench the thirst of crazy Jet fans that are talking about Will McDonald. They needs to step up to the plate. There's no way, no other doubt about it. And true or false, we need to get the deal done. Damn straight we do. He's a key piece of the puzzle. There are too many Jet fans speaking nonsense of like, we don't need Hassan Reddick to accomplish what we need to do. That is completely false. We 1,000% need Hassan Reddick. He's one of the best players on this roster at an important premium position, but the Jets have the leverage. They can hold out. Hassan Reddick is already over $1 million in fines, and the longer he waits, the more he just F's himself, to be honest with you. The Jets need him, but without the Jets, Hassan Reddick will never reach free agency. He eventually has to suit up for the Jets.
Well said. And like the idea that we as Jet fans who went forever without having a pass rusher, right? We always used to say we haven't had a pass rusher since John Abraham. Right. The idea that we're going to poo-poo a guy who's had double-digit sacks 4 straight years. Name me the last Jet that ever did that. Right? You won't find one. So that's my point. So this guy's great. And eventually they'll work it out and they'll get him back because they're going to need him. No doubt. Jersey Jet writes in with a super chat. Saw the Ruckert origins. He's got very nice hands. Like,
yeah, I have.
Look
I'm
at his
behind.
hands up close, or
yeah, right. Yeah, right. Was there the 4K camera on some of this hand action? I'm behind on Origins. I've got 3 now to catch up on with Garrett, DJ Reed, and Jeremy. I saw the first one with Jermaine. It was spectacular. I don't know where you stand on this, Jake. But the good news, I think, for Jeremy Ruckert is Nick Bond got cut, and now there's no true fullback on the roster. That is a clear path for Jeremy Ruckert to get more action on the field and to live up to the hype and do all of those things. I think that is a very important piece to the puzzle. The new guy they signed, Anthony Ferkser, I looked at the advanced analytics. He has 16 reps in his 7-year career at the fullback position. So those snaps ain't going to him. So Ruckert, this is your time. If you want to strike while the iron's hot, Tyler Conklin's going to be a very nice player. If you want to get on the field, you want to make an impact, it's about going back to your roots as a blocker, and hopefully that can open up other opportunities because people are going to think you're blocking all the time, and you could do a quick block release, get out, and get the ball in your hands and make some plays.
Sean had a Asmaniac super chat about Ruckert. We kind of just covered it. He's had moments that were nice. I mean, he's still a developing player. Like, tight ends don't typically hit the ground running right away. The Jets clearly believe in him. They have not signed a veteran tight end. Ferkser doesn't really count because they cut Baldwin to basically take his spot on the roster. Like, I'm excited to see what Ruckert could do tomorrow. We'll see how often he's out there. If they go 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver, how often Rodgers off play action is throwing seam routes to Ruckert, because I think we're going to see that.
Yeah, Ruckert seems like he's been fine. There was a weird, scary injury moment, but he immediately came back in before the end of practice, so he looks good to go. Again, he's had moments, but same thing, results-oriented business. Got to step up when it matters.
Rat Diddy writes in, hey, boys, love the pick from camp reenacting last summer's Hall of Fame game. Be careful of being Gator. Uh-oh.
Oh boy! I've
been Gator many times.
I'm sorry, Jake. I want to be straight with you because we're starting this relationship. Although we've known each other for a long time, we're doing this regular show thing, and I didn't want to start off on the wrong foot. I was just, it's Hall of Fame game, sharing Hall of Fame memories. They were great. I didn't mean for you to catch all these strays about you apparently being on your tippy toes.
Allegedly, yep.
Yeah, allegedly. That's the slander that's thrown out there in the social media streets. I want to let you know, not my intention, but my mentions have been blown up by it. Yes.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Bananas, baby. Let's see. Sco writes in, Paul, you coming to the meetup on the 17th? Yeah, Paul.
Oh, that's with you and Richie, right?
So that's this Wednesday in East Hanover. The August 17th meetup is not actually a meetup. It is a watch party, baby. It's an Asmaniac watch party in Midtown Manhattan.
Good Lord, Jake, you were at every watch party, collab. I don't know how you have this time. Hopefully your secretary got a wonderful raise to make this happen. And actually, it's funny, not funny. We were talking about this before the show. And I live in New York, upstate New York. Right now, I'm at my radio station here in Syracuse, New York. And I live in Oswego. One of my next big things is just saying, F it. Hey, kids, with the second child on the way in November, pack up the family. We're going to Jersey so we can be closer for opportunities just like this. It was awesome for the Hall of Fame, and me, you, and Matt from 3 different locations all kind of coming together and rallying, but it'd be cool to do this stuff more often. So, no, I probably will not be at this, unfortunately, but I do want to do more stuff like this. So me and Jake were talking about this off air.
RSVP, Jet fans. If you are going, it's a free event. I want to make it very clear, but we need a head count. So if you're coming, RSVP. It's going to be a great night. T-Squared Social, awesome spot. If you're coming from the city, it's right in Midtown next to Bryant Park. If you're coming from Long Island or Westchester, or you're coming from Connecticut or Jersey, it is right next to Grand Central Station. So it is a great location for everyone who is in the tri-state area. Rick Kent, how about this? He's gifting 5 Boy Green memberships on your channel. All right, Boy Green, your turn to read some names.
Freddie McKnight, Carlos Santos, Orlando Vega, Joseph Rivera, Jerry Moore. Welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club, baby. And we're only 5 away from our next emoji being unlocked. So God bless America. I didn't think we were going to, it was going to pop on the Jake Asman show, but we were now 5 away after Rick Kent from getting the next emoji, baby. So God bless America.
I know you sell coffee mugs in your merch store. I'm thinking we do a trade. I'll send you a Jake Asman show mug. You got to send me a Boy Green mug.
That seems like a good barter. Let's make it happen. But we're going to have to exchange some just merch. Like I got to get you a gift box, pack it up with the Boy Green merch stuff, and then send it over, and then vice versa. I need to get some stuff from the Asmaniac store.
I love it. John with a super chat as we continue here. Would like to see Braylon Allen and Breece in 21 personnel. Sign me up for that. If Hackett's creative enough to do that, I'm in.
Yeah, that's the it's funny, right? Like the important piece is the person that puts the pieces on the chessboard. So as long as he is open to interpretation, I'd love to see it. Again, I keep going back to it wasn't this past season; it was a year prior, Week 5 Jets-Dolphins game. Zach Wilson was a quarterback. God, rest his soul. He's not dead, but he might as well be in Denver. But they used Breece Hall, Michael. Yeah, he should be, and to Dre Correa, of course. He dead to him as well, I would assume. And you had Michael Carter and Breece Hall on the field at the same time, and you were able to run crossers from shotgun, and that's how Breece got the wheel route and had like the 55-yarder all the way to the goal line. So 100%. Let's get them both on the field at the same time and say good luck to the defense.
Yeah, I'm with you too, especially because let's be real. Outside of Garrett Wilson, you can make a case Breece is – when Mike Williams is healthy, it's different. But Breece is the second best receiver on this team right now.
100%.
So,
you could legitimately make that case.
Chef Kevin writes in, Coffee Club meets Asmaniacs. Love this combo. There we go.
Yeah, that's right, baby. That's that'll have to be – that's the next thing. Jake's meeting up with everybody. Our next thing will have to be some sort of for a game. Jake Asman, Asmaniacs, Boy Green Coffee Club, and coming to some crazy ass party for a whole pregame festivity. That'd be amazing.
Rick Kent says, gotta give some love to the Coffee Club. There you go, Rick. Nice job out of you. All right, let's open up the Gusbuster hotline right now. Comments, questions, super chats will always cut the line on this program. First up today is Paul. Not you, Paul. Paul Faz. Hello, Paul Faz. What's up, Paul?
Gentlemen, how are you? Paul, great name, obviously.
Yeah, your parents had great taste.
Yeah, you as well. You as well. Mm-hmm. So check that out.
Oh, baby, look at that. That's nice.
Wow.
What do we got there? Is that a full team or from what year?
Yeah, pretty much. I want to say 2012. I got it as a gift.
Nice.
Cromartie's on it. He's probably one of the best ones that is actually on it.
Yeah, he was on it. He was still on the team that year.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Cromartie.
Yeah.
What about Reeves?
Reeves not on it, of course.
We got hurt that year. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah. So, hey, I'll take a free gift like that, though. Can't complain. Got a question for you both, because I'm still worried about the O-line. I mean, the health part of it, the depth part of it. Any word on Bakhtiari? And is it worth getting him because he can only play one position? But, and I don't know. I haven't heard if he's been healthy yet or if he got cleared to even play. So I'm just curious on your thoughts on getting him still.
I think that ship sailed, Paul. I do. I think Bakhtiari even admitted that when he did the interview on Adam Schefter's podcast, right? And I think at this point, based on how both Max Mitchell and Carter Warren have looked so far, like, I don't think you're really bringing in Bakhtiari. Olu is getting a chance to learn from Tyron Smith. Morgan Moses is now back. Like, if there's an injury, I think that changes things. But barring an injury to one of the tackles here, I don't think Bakhtiari is going to be a Jet.
100%. If an injury situation, of course, everything changes. But to me, the Jets have a gun on the table, and there are a limited amount of bullets in that gun to pull the trigger on. And some could be used at the trade deadline. I would be surprised if the Jets, with those limited bullets that I think we can all just kind of mutually agree on exist, would be unloaded on Bakhtiari. It just, it is what Max Mitchell's look great from everything I keep hearing from guys like Nick Ferry and other Jets reporters. They're saying wonderful things about Max and Carter's development. Obviously, you still have Olu as well that has changed the dynamic a great deal. I actually, on the contrary, Paul, I agree with the Paul name. Again, parents nailed that one. Some of the merch, Cromartie's awesome. But I would push back on the offensive line confidence. Again, it's to each their own. Everyone can feel however the hell they want to. I feel great about the 8, 9, 10 deep, quite frankly, that the Jets are. We can nitpick about a Connor McGovern or a true center because you got Schweitzer's kind of bouncing around. You got guys like Xavier Newman who bounce around a little bit. Cole Laval can bounce around. Jake Hansen, who's injured right now, he's got a little bit. But there's no like true guy that they're like Olafashino. He's the backup left tackle. We don't have a pure. And that can be somewhat disconcerting if you want to squint, but I love the group. They had so much action, and I believe Robert Saleh actually brought this up in the presser today. In the last 2 weeks of the season, the Jets have these incredible rushing efforts against two of the best run defenses in the NFL last year, and that's a credit to that makeshift island of misfit toys offensive line that was still rocking there. And now those guys that gained valuable experience are now the backups to this current group. It makes me feel spectacular about the offensive line. And as we mentioned way earlier in the show, August 2nd, we have the full starting 5 offensive line right now together a month and a week before the season.
That's what I love. Hit the like button if you like the idea of the Jets actually getting practice reps with their starting O-line. What a concept. Coops, Super Chats. He cuts the line. Preach. I agree. We definitely need Hassan. We'll take our defense to another level. Thoughts on what you saw with the kickoff? I hope Gibson takes the touches. I'm someone who's like followed the XFL and the UFL a little bit the last couple of years, so it wasn't as like shocking to me to see. I've been kind of preparing for this. But look, I mean, what's obvious is you need 2 back there at all times. So it's going to be Gibson and then someone else, I would think, returning the kickoffs. I'm fascinated, Boy Green. Will they give Corley a legitimate chance to do it? Because Corley is basically a running back once he gets the ball in his hands. He could run through dudes. So I'd like to see Malachi Corley potentially get an opportunity with Xavier Gibson on the kickoff team.
And stylistically, it's been interesting the choices the Jets have made. We've had no preseason games yet, but stylistically, it's to your point. Braylon Allen, Malachi Corley, we've been getting some big boys happening back there.
If it's a big moment in a playoff game, we need to channel the inner 2010 Antonio Cromartie, right? He's going back to return the kickoff to set up the Jets with a game-winning field goal later in the drive. Throw Breece Hall back there in a big spot.
Yeah, and I've heard, again, we just consume so much Jets content, so it's hard to remember where it was, but someone mentioned that we haven't even tried. It was a Jets coach on some interview somewhere here recently that said we haven't even tried like Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and whoever they said. It was like big name players on the roster. We haven't even tested that one out yet. I kind of like, is it that Cromartie energy of like, in our back pocket? Because that's kind of what I saw. So to the beginning of the question, Hall of Fame game, we got our first taste if you don't watch XFL, which now is the UFL football, and seeing what that has kind of looked like. You got your first experience in the Hall of Fame game yesterday. And to be honest, a lot of people are holding the cards in. So sure, there wasn't there was like 6 or 7 returns. They averaged out to the 24.5-yard line. I saw some of the analytics on it yesterday, but guys are holding their cards to their chest. They don't want to show anything too crazy because it's supposed to be this onslaught when we get to the year. But there's a big disagreement. Sean Syed, he joined both of our shows. He's the XFL guru where he studied all these kickoffs. And he doesn't believe, or he said on my radio show, I missed the full interview on the Jake Asman show, but on my show he said that he does not anticipate a ton of kick return touchdowns. Scott Hansen joined the Rich Eisen show, and he said he believes the NFL touchdown return record is going to be shattered this year. So there's just these two polar opposite expectations for what we're going to see this year.
7 hours of commercial-free football starts now. Shout out to Scott Hansen. Good dude.
Yeah, Syracuse alum, baby.
That's right. Paul Faz gifting a 5 spot to the Boy Green channel.
And that unlocks our new emoji. So thank you, Paul. That was the 5 we needed, baby. So Baba Jet, a.k.a. Pedro, Salvatore Nocera, Hector Cabrera, Black Jet, and we got the sauce. Welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club, baby.
Carmen Rulo, thank you for the 99 cents. I don't know exactly if you meant to do this, because I think like the minimum the minimum you have to super chat to be able to write a comment, I think, is like $2.99.
Oh.
Or $1.99.
Oh. So maybe that defaulted because of that. Oh, okay. Oh.
Well, either way, Carmen, I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching the show. All right, let's get to more of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a who's who of people online, so we'll try to get to as many as we can here. Ladies and gentlemen, Steven NYC joins us now. What's up, Steven?
Hey, guys. How you doing? First, shout out to you. Proud alum.
There you go.
Let go.
I've been waiting, guys. First of all, thanks for the summer, guys. You've been amazing. And one other thing, as I was waiting, how about a little shout out to Brad Smith, kickoff return, losing his shoe Thanksgiving evening. That was fun.
Yep, against the Bengals that night. They killed it that night, too.
Bengals, right?
Yep.
Exactly. Anyway, I know Paul just called. I couldn't disagree more. I wanted to ask you a real simple question. A bad O-line with a month of training camp, how would that be? Obviously, injuries aside, and that's rhetorical, and let's hope everyone's healthy. But even a bad offensive line that gets to practice in training camp for a month, when did we ever have that? So no one's going to dispute that we have more talent than we've had in a really long time. And, of course, they have to stay healthy. But you know what? A month of training camp with Aaron Rodgers? This is really exciting. And then the last thing is, look what I found.
Oh, hold on. Let me zoom in on. What is that? Let's see.
Darnold.
Wow. Is that a Sam
Spaceman.
Darnold Star Wars themed bobblehead?
Exactly. And you know what I realized? What are the chances? And I don't think it's really a big chance. I think it's probable. Week 3 is Zach going to play?
I don't think he's making the team, Steve. I think he might get cut. He's like already the third quarterback.
Week 4 is Denver. Yeah.
I'm sorry, right. And I was thinking, what are the odds that Zach might play against us?
Darnold.
You just said that. I didn't know that. And then Sam Darnold in London.
Week 5.
That could happen. Sam Darnold could start against the Jets. I'll tell you why. The Vikings bye week is after that game. So if they're not playing well, it's the perfect time to make the switch.
to come back.
For the switch.
Are you telling me something I didn't really hear, Jay? Is it true? Is Zach really cuttable?
Well, I mean, I've said this from the beginning, right? They have 3 quarterbacks. There's no indication that they're definitely going to carry all 3. We know Nix is on the team. And Stidham, based on what I've read online from people who cover the Broncos,
doing well.
He's been better, and they had been giving each quarterback a day with the ones, and they skipped Zach's day yesterday, reportedly, with the ones. So he's already basically out of the mix to start. So if they're already making that determination, that would tell me he's number 3 on the depth chart right now.
I missed that. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah. Again, Cuse. Paul, I didn't know you were cute. Were you a Cuse guy?
No, I just moved up here in 2008. My dad retired from the Navy. There was 3 places that offered him a job. My mom got to throw the dart throw on the United States of America, and it landed on Oswego, New York, and I've been here for the last 16 years.
Not bad. Good. It's a good place. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And again, guys, mostly the summer, as slow as it is, you guys are awesome. And thanks, and I'll speak to you guys soon.
Steven,
thanks, brother.
Great call, man. Great call. Let's see. All right. How about this? Rick Kent gifted a 1 spot. Let's go, Rick Kent. He's taking a shot at getting J-Quest a membership. The problem is it's never going to happen. All right. It never will. Mr. Oskimaski 3, you got a channel membership. Super chat here from the big fella. Then we'll get right back to the calls. Devin Hester would not be a Hall of Famer with these BS kickoff rules. Devin Hester was great. He would have figured it out. I don't know if it would have made that much of a difference.
Yeah, and I think that's a little POM. We've seen one game, and it was the preseason before we judge properly. And if you heard any of Devin Hester, they talked to all the Hall of Famers, and shout out to the group that'll be making it this weekend on Saturday. But Hester said, boy, with these rules, the kickoff's fun. So he seemed to be, before the game, a massive fan. Now, he was a little POM after it, like, God, these rules suck. Like, geez, we didn't see any touchdowns or anything. So I think he overreacted to it a little bit. But before the game, he was hyping it up. He thinks it's going to bring new life to the part of the game.
Well said. Tim from Fishland, he's up next. Hello, Tim.
Jay, Paul, Mr. Cheeks, how you guys doing?
Doing great, man.
Well,
it's 5 o'clock on Friday.
Hey, there you go. God bless.
All right.
So how's these?
Oh, there you go. Oh, nice. Koozie.
Well, I'm not drinking beer right now. I had a hell of a day.
Okay.
All right. And you're working in 113-degree weather. I mean, boy, oh boy. On a white deck at that.
Wow.
Okay. So I was getting it from every angle.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't even get me started on that. But no, Moses going back into it, that is a huge positive, because in order to have cohesiveness on your offense, you need cohesiveness on the offensive line. It's the engine that drives everything. Okay. And Paul, we're going to have a green and white scrimmage before tomorrow.
Ooh, okay. Madden challenge in the books.
I want another one.
Hey, you know what? I'm a man of the
Jake,
people.
he beat me.
I did.
In overtime with a 2-point conversion.
Wow.
Yeah, it was brutal. And I will just say, if anyone wants the smoke, at Boy Green 25 on the PS5, baby. I ready.
Want that smoke, and I want it tonight.
Oh, baby.
Right.
Okay. Well, after the Syracuse Mets game is over, I hop my fat little ass in my 2018 Toyota Corolla and drive about 45 to 50 minutes back to Oswego. Your ass is on.
I've been in that car before. It's a great vehicle.
He has, yeah. Talk about the crazy. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, how me and Jake met. I'm at the hotel lobby, and I'm just beep, boop, pop. And all of a sudden, I hear Paul, and I'm like, zoinks. And I kind of take a quick discount double check and look down the hall. I'm like, fucking Jake. I've never seen Jake in my life. We've seen each other virtually, but I was just in a state of shock. I couldn't even say all my normal vernacular. I was just like, Jake Asman in the flesh, whoa, mama, and you were there with your buddy too. Like I was just in a state of shock. That what are the chances? There's like I imagine a cajillion hotels in the Canton, Ohio area. What are the chances that we're both there, and then you just happen to be coming down the old elevator, and I just happen to be at the desk? It was wild.
Well, probably way more likely than you would think, because we were so late to book our hotel that the dumpy hotel we ended at was the only one that was left, because all the Jet fans basically sold out Canton, Ohio.
That makes more sense.
That was a great weekend, though, man. I was reminiscent about it last night during the Hall of Fame game. I tweeted some pictures. The photo we took on the field with Klecko before the game was awesome. So,
cool.
Man. And my friend Dan still asks about you, Boy Green. He was a big fan of yours.
Oh, yeah, he was. Something else I was talking with personal friends was we went to Hibachi after. I can't remember where it was on the Hall of Fame weekend. So doing crazy stuff. It was just Jake taking whatever with the sake. He was just going, and I was like, holy shit, look at it. It's Jake after dark. Look at this guy. Those are great food, great time. So
you were a great DD as well.
After. What was
I
that?
want to make it. You were a great DD, a great designated driver the night after the meetup. That was tremendous.
Thank you very much. I appreciate doing my part.
Paul says, spreading the wealth. You guys are great. Paul, you're the man. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's get to more calls here. We can't do a debut weekly show here without bringing in some of the heavy hitters that make the Asmaniac community the best community in the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Eugene M. Gorman joins us now. Hello, Charles.
Hey, Paul Green. Hey, Jake. How are you guys?
I'm good. By the way, quick question. Jake, is the shirt out yet? Is the soup shirt done? Out? What's the latest?
It maybe will be coming to a future merch drop, but but right now what I need to have happen, Charles, I need you to put on the Gorman tank, all right? It's Friday. The vibes are high. It's going to be an awesome weekend. Put on the Charles Gorman-inspired Jake Asman Show tank top for the people.
I will, maybe next week.
What?
Next week? Wow.
Put it on, Charles. Put it on. Put it on. Put it on. Put it on.
Peer pressure. Works like a champ.
Oh, my God. He's doing it. Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, he already had it. He had. Okay.
Wow. We're doing
Nice
double
closet.
Gorman here. Oh,
Wow,
God.
look at this. MTV Cribs. Nice.
There it
Football is
is.
back, bitches. Nice.
This is
wow.
why there's 200 people watching live right now for this moment. All right, and thousands after the fact. Yeah, there it is.
There we go. Nice. Branding, a man of the people, a company man. Nice.
Doesn't look
Look at
too
this
bad,
guy.
and it fits me quite well.
Oh, yeah, it looks
Wow.
like it. Yeah, the gun show. Thanks for
Hey,
the
Charles,
invite.
give us one more spin around, all right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
So we can see it, because you were off to the side. Stand,
Yeah, we
stand,
didn't
just
quite
stand
get
up
you.
and spin.
Yeah. Give us the full modeling.
Oh, yeah.
On my
Nice.
ass. Here you go.
Yeah. Thanks for the ass. Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm glad football is back. I watched the rest of the Hall of Fame game yesterday. It was fun. It was a good game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fun. Yeah, outside of I do Syracuse Mets. That's why I'm here at the radio station. They're playing in Ohio right now, so they were about 128 miles. They're playing Columbus, so 128 miles away from Hall of Fame, and they both got rained out. Syracuse Mets got rained out last night, and then we got that in the Hall of Fame game.
Wait, the Mets played yesterday? I'm sorry.
Syracuse Mets. I work with a AAA affiliate.
Oh, that's cool. Yankees played the Blue Jays today, so
okay. Fingers crossed.
Are you going to the game, Charles?
No, I'm not, but hopefully they get a W. Hopefully Nestor Cortez gets his head out of his ass and pitches well.
Well, I got news for you. Marcus Stroman is pitching tonight.
Oh, I forgot Marcus Stroman's pitching. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked it up on the website. Anyway, speaking of Madden, Paul Green, you said you have on the PS5. Well, so
that's
do
correct.
I.
Say that one more time.
Wait, what?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I finished playing a segment of the fantasy draft mode of Madden 24 on I did a live stream a while ago. Just ended it not too long ago. It was fun, man, and I'm just like, man, just have an offensive line would be great. I'm happy Morgan Moses showed up today. I've always liked Morgan Moses since his days in Washington. Since his days with Washington. And while I'm happy he had a good career with the Ravens, he should not have left the building. He should have stayed with us since 2021. But I'm glad Joe Douglas got him back.
He said he never wanted to leave.
Yeah,
so
I know it wasn't his choice to leave. I know when he signed a 3-year contract with the Ravens in 2020.
Yeah, for $15 million, $5 million per. He got signed for friggin' chump change.
And he's a damn good football player. He's 6'6", 335 pounds. That's a big son, bitch.
Damn straight.
Charles, would you like to respond to Gator? He says you look like you combed your hair with a pack of firecrackers.
If I pet with a pack of firecrackers, I would have no fucking hair in my head.
Oh, language. This is a family program, Charles.
Wow.
If I comb my hair
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
I probably have burn marks on my head, too. But no, I'm planning on getting a haircut sometime either this weekend or next week.
Do you cut it yourself?
No, I go to a barber. I go to a Sailor Eclipse. It's a unisex barbershop where you got male barbers, you got female barbers. I know. What's so funny?
I've never heard it discussed as such, a unisex barbershop.
Why? How is that funny?
I don't know. I just never heard of that. Like my fans say, "Hey, Paul, you going to the barbershop this week?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." Like, I've never described it in such a way. The vernacular, I find it interesting. The unisex barber.
Because usually
I've
people
just
think
never
when
heard
they
of
go
that
to a
before.
barbershop, it's usually a bunch of dudes, and yet when people think of hairstyles, it's usually a bunch of women.
Yeah.
Growing up, when my grandmother still goes to the same barber or / hairstylist since I was a young kid.
And that makes sense. Loyalty. That's a loyalty gig. Once you kind of find your partner, you're there forever, basically.
Yeah, but this one I've been going to, very funny, Dom C. Very funny, Salim. Very funny. Rat Diddy, very funny. You guys are wise asses. You guys are
I'm so sorry, Gorman. I'm just
Charles, let me ask you something. Did you receive permission from your parents to come to my event on Wednesday?
I don't think they'll be interested.
Well, you should bring them. They'll have a great time. They'll enjoy some great food, some great camaraderie. What if I were to tell you, I will make sure we have a unisex barber in attendance. Get your haircut there.
Very funny, Jake.
I'm not making a joke.
Look, Jake, I love you, man. You know, I tell my mom about you, but I tell my mom about you that, you know, one time you were on ESPN in the radio, we were listening to you on the way to church one time.
I was
love
on this morning.
Jasmine.
You should have tuned in this morning. Then they would have heard my voice in Morning Drive in the biggest market in the world, Charles. And then they would have been like, oh, this guy is trustworthy. He could come to a public event for Jet fans at a Mexican restaurant.
It's going to cost me a lot of my Uber, too. Plus, I don't have much Uber on me right now.
I'll cover your Uber there and back.
It's from 7 to 10, you know.
Yes. You don't need to stay the whole time. You can just stop by, have some chips, and you could leave. I just want you there so the crowd, when you walk in, it's going to be like when the Beatles came to America for the first time.
Quite a reception.
I'll think about it, okay, Jake?
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, Paul, how's your family doing?
Great. Thank you very much. My second child arrives in November. It's scheduled for the Jets bye week. We'll see if that holds strong. But I got a beautiful family. It's great. And I will spend some time with them this weekend after working with the Syracuse men. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Jake.
Hey, good. Charles, how come you didn't congratulate him?
I did on the baby. Yeah, he had a.
You didn't say this though.
Hey, congrats on the sex.
Congrats on the sex. Oh my god.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How do you think babies are made?
Yeah.
Puff the Magic Dragon. I know how babies are made, Jake.
A lot of that action.
You know, it's funny. True story. When I was a kid, I actually thought I came from a stork. I shit you not, man. Like, you know, when you have all these dreams and shit, it's like, you know, I was like, I thought I came from. Because remember, like in the Looney Tunes, you know, you have the parents. Here you go. Here's your baby. That's what I thought happened to me when I was a kid.
What the?
So to be clear, you were not acquired via stork, right?
Yes, I was biologically made by my mother and father.
Dennis Gorman?
And my mother, Roseanne.
Wow.
Shout out to them. They did a great job with you, Charles.
Was it sweet and passionate, or are you unaware of those details?
Why do I need to know those details?
I don't know. Maybe it would have. I mean, you wanted to know whether it was stork or baby making, so I don't know. Just figured you'd want intricate levels of detail.
My parents made love twice. They gave birth to my brother, and they gave birth to me.
Okay. Thank you very much for clearing that up.
Charles, you have a great weekend, all right, man?
You too, man. Same here.
Ladies, you have the great Charles Gorman. I told you. We have some of our heavy hitters on the line.
You have to hit them. How can you not?
But that was something. There's only one caller I think can maybe bring it the way Charles Eugene M. Gorman just brought it. Ladies and gentlemen, he was the first to get the membership 15 minutes before the show even started today. He needs no introduction, but he will do it anyway.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. Hi, Paul. Congratulations on sex.
B.O.B. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
What a start.
Hi, Jake. How you doing?
Bob, I'm good. How are you? Thanks for calling the show this morning.
How did Maria think of me? What did she say?
Oh, my God. Are you going to make me play this quick into the call?
Wow.
Yeah, what did she say?
You know what she told me, Bob?
What?
She told me to
calm your freaky down.
I just asked, what did she say anything about my call?
She loved your call, if you know what I mean.
Calm your freaky down.
All right, calm down.
Hey,
Paul, you watched the Hall of Fame game yesterday, right?
Damn straight I did, Bobby.
Did you see who they interviewed from Syracuse yesterday?
My boy Dwight Freeney, Syracuse
legend.
Baby.
Let's go Orange, baby.
The spin move. Hit him with it.
You're from, oh yeah, he danced. I forgot about that.
He did, yeah.
And where are you from, New York? Oswego?
That's where I currently live. Yeah, Oswego, and then I travel to Syracuse for work. Yeah.
You want to hear a story? My ex-wife's sister lives up there.
Your ex-wife?
Follow that family tree one more time. What was that?
My ex-wife's sister lives up there.
Okay. What is the ex-wife's sister to you?
Well, she used to be my sister-in-law.
I see. Okay.
So it's your ex-sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah, my ex-sister-in-law. Yeah.
Okay.
She lives up where you live. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you still talk to her?
No, not really. No.
Is your ex-wife's sister available?
No, she's married. She
Oh,
lives.
I was about to say.
right
I feel
in-
like now that it's the ex-wife, I feel like that's like free game now. I was
No,
Oh, okay.
no. She's married, and
Oh,
so
okay.
is my ex-wife.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's.
But they
When are you
live
getting
across.
remarried?
I'm not. I love being single. Trust
Do
me.
you?
Okay. Playa.
So
Are
you
are you a
say
bachelor, Bob? Is that what are your
Yeah.
old friends?
Are you
reached
giving
to
out
me? He goes,
roses? What's happening?
Yeah. What are your old
What?
friends said that they call you Bachelor Bob? Is this true?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Do you met Joe Klecko, Paul?
I did not. I was not with. So Jake.
Oh, I thought you said you met him.
I can't remember. Jake, were you credentialed media for the Hall of Fame game? For whatever reason, I was up in the booth, so I don't know.
I was. I was media for it last year, so we could go on the field. To
Oh yeah, so I didn't get to go on the field. So
Did
Jake
you hear
got
my
to.
Joe Klecko story? Did I tell you my Joe Klecko?
Oh no, we've heard this story a million
Not
times.
Paul. I don't think Paul
Okay,
did.
he's on the air every day at 7:30 in the morning. You call him then.
You play the farts every day, and you play everything. I'm going to tell the story.
I don't think you are.
Okay, you going to cut me off?
Maybe we'll see if you tell the story or not.
Oh, come on. It's a short story.
How
Okay.
short can you tell the story?
I could tell it very short.
All right, I'll give you one chance at it.
Okay, it was me and my brother. I worked at the college, and we got free. We got discounted at the hotel, so we stayed with the New York Jets at the hotel. We met Joe Klecko, Marty Linus, and Mark Gastineau in the elevator.
Wow.
My brother goes up to Mark Gastineau and asks him, how's your wife doing? That's when they were going to get divorced. And you had to see Mark Gastineau almost killed him. And Joe Klecko and Marty Lyons were cracking up. Okay, that's the end of the story.
Wow.
That was pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't say that to someone's wife they were about to divorce, but hey,
I know. That was my brother. He had the big mouth. I couldn't
What a
believe he
dick.
ran his big mouth.
He's got a bigger mouth than you.
Yeah, sometimes we both talk a lot. Trust me. We never shut up.
Now, Bobby, have you
What?
explained to Boy Green the significance of your orange lawn chair?
Yes, I use that from. Oh no, I haven't seen him for a while.
Well, maybe you should tell him the significance on why you're bringing the orange lawn chair to the Jet home opener this year.
It's coming to the home opener? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were going to tell me to put my legs up. That's why I have.
What?
I wasn't taking my medicine and my feet got messed up, and I'm getting better, but I have to put my legs elevator on.
It led to this, Boy Green. It led to this iconic opening.
Well, I need to walk more to survive unless Jake is going live. Gotta elevate my leg on Bobby.
He finally got what I look like now. He finally got what I look.
There's some realism in the art.
Well,
department.
I'm a what is that called? I'm a capitalist, just like Jake. Jake said I should bring the orange chair and then charge $5 to sit in the chair.
Oh wow! Oh, I see. Like you're an entrepreneur. I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah. Well, he said a capitalist. Jake
Okay, capitalist. Sure. Okay, whichever stroke is your folk.
So that's good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Take pictures from people. Do all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna make a lot of money, Bob.
I just did. Right? I did already. From you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's right.
you.
Of course. I told you. You get 50% of the t-shirt sales with your face on it.
Wow.
Yeah,
what a great deal.
I didn't expect. They never told me they were going to put it on. So I said, if you get money, I want money too. I'm a capitalist just like you.
That's right.
So that's how it works.
All right. Well, hold on. I'm going to make you more money right now. Boy Green, will you pledge $5 to sit in the orange chair tailgating before the Jet home opener?
How could I?
Yeah,
not?
just wait until he gets down there.
All right. There's $5. Bob, I will sit in it. There's another. We just made you $10. You have guaranteed $10 for just bringing the
Right.
chair
I'm
to the
going to
tailgate.
put it. I have enough room to put it in my back of the trunk. And did we
Also,
tell
Carly
you?
told me she's not going to the game, but she's going to specifically tailgate from Manhattan to the East Rutherford parking lot just to sit in the chair for $5.
All right,
Nice.
that's good. I would love that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, you would.
Calm your feet down, Bobby. Boy Green, do you hear who I'm bringing down with us? Me and my brother.
I heard that this man called into the show. That would be B-Mac.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm a good driver. He doesn't trust me driving.
Oh,
I wonder why.
okay. Well, yeah.
Hey, I drive pretty damn good.
I'm just saying, he's concerned about your leg. That's why he doesn't trust you.
That's probably true.
My leg will be fine by the time the game starts.
I can't wait to see it because, Bobby, all I've known is this box of your house and that orange lawn chair. And then to see you in person with B-Mac and everyone else. Oh, wow. Okay, what do we got
That's how
here?
small my apartment is right there.
Are you moving? What's up with the cardboard box in the middle of the room?
Where? Oh, that's from my
There,
cat.
right there. What do you mean? The big
No,
fat,
that's
is that a
my
cardboard
cat.
box?
She plays in the cardboard box.
Oh, okay. Well,
That
that's more
just
fun. Well,
looks
you,
like
you
that
made
from
it seem like
Jake.
I was lying. You're like, what cardboard box? I don't know. The one you just showed me on camera, man.
That's the stuff I got from Jake. It's down there. She loves boxes. She plays in them.
Where's your Asmaniac gear?
I box too.
Oh, I haven't put it in the closet.
All right. Just making sure you still have it.
Yeah, no, I didn't lose it. I have it.
I don't know, Matt. You seem
Well,
forgetful.
you brought me this too.
Yep.
So I have to wear it once in a while. You know? So how is that?
Hold on. Breaking news. Breaking news. Dre says, Bobby, I'm coming to sit in the chair twice. There's $10, Bobby. You have made a guaranteed $20 on this call.
Well, 25.
Where's the other 5?
Carly.
Oh, that's right.
That's true.
Wow,
Are
you got a
getting
short
excited?
memory like I do, huh?
I guess.
You got
I
short
stand corrected.
memory?
$25, Bobby. But the only reason why you remember it's Carly is because, the freaky's turned up right
Calm
now.
your freaky down.
Yeah.
Come on,
Bobby,
Ed.
can you make me a promise?
What?
After Carly sits in the chair.
What? What are you gonna say?
After Carly sits in the chair, you got to promise me you're not just going to get on your knees and slam your face on it and smell it. Please don't do that. Bobby.
Oh, I'm not. That's disgusting.
Not on
I'm
a
gonna
practical
do that
jokers.
crap.
I would just suggest not.
I am
Or
not.
wait till you're in the cover to your
What you do? What you do, Paul? You can do it.
Say that one more time.
You can do it if you want. I'm not
I know, I'm
doing
fine. I am happily engaged with.
I
the
know
chair
that.
smell in
I'm
my own
not
home.
doing it. That's Jake's girlfriend. I'm not touching that.
That's Jake stuff. Whoa! What
Whoa,
the hell?
whoa. Hold on a second. You're making these
Wow.
accusations here.
No, I think it's true. Don't lie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So how's your daughter doing? How's your daughter?
Well, I thank you for the segue. You could do this for a living. She's great. She's great. She turns 3 in January, and my son will be born in November. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I said congratulations on the sex.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like good looking chicks in that family. Wow.
Bobby.
Oh yeah, baby. Things are about to get crazy here on the Jake Asman Show.
Calm your freaky down.
Sometimes we try, but that freaky just take us over.
Give him some of your loving voice.
Oh yeah, hide them kids.
Again, leave your damn freaky down.
Too sexy.
you gotta chill, man.
Your dad's coming down too, right? So we meet
He
your
is,
dad.
and so is my father's wife.
Oh yeah, I have to behave myself.
Yeah, you've speaking to calm your freaky down. You have
He's gonna
complimented
spike me
my
into
mother
the
several
ground, right?
times.
If I don't calm down my freaky, right?
Yeah, you
Bobby,
have.
we
You have
can't hear you
highlighted
when you're talking
Mama
over
Green.
Boy Green.
Yeah,
I'm
you've
sorry.
highlighted Mama Green several times. Again, you might
Yeah.
just have to keep it in check. Or
I know. I just she's a nice lady. That's it. How's
I
that?
appreciate you thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Bobby,
your
have you
brother's
said
cool.
have you said everything you needed to say? Are you satisfied?
Yeah, are you satisfied with my call? Was it good?
I thought this was an overall very good call out of you. I don't know if you're going to top the Gorman call we just went through, but this was very good.
Oh, come on. I don't have one of those. How could they do that? So,
I mean, Charles Gorman is a unique specimen.
No
oh,
question.
okay. Oh, okay. So I'm like just a pile of crap then, right?
Whoa.
What?
I didn't say that. I just said Charles had a great call today.
I had a great call today.
You did.
I'm the best. I'm not cranky.
I'll tell you what.
happy.
If you sit in the orange chair right now,
Yeah.
for Boy Green, who's never seen it,
Yeah. Yeah.
that will elevate you, at least in my eyes, above Gorman as far as the best call.
All right, I could do that. That's no problem.
All right,
You
here we
got
go,
to put
folks.
me full screen.
Oh, you're full screen, all right.
Oh, I know. I got a full moon over Miami, too. You know what? He didn't see that video yet with me trying to get into the chair.
What is going on here?
Not everything in life revolves around watching the Bobby Midnight vehicle.
I know, but you put it on this morning.
So what's the transfer going to be here? What the? Okay.
Okay, at least you don't see my fat butt.
I guess. All right.
Night today. Well, usually you do because.
Yeah, I've never seen you stand up in my life, so this is a first.
Well, I stand up. Now that. Hello.
Wow.
Don't play that fart music either because I don't like that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know that's. So I got in the orange chair for him.
Thank you,
Bobby. Excellent job, Eddie.
Well, you know I need to walk more to survive unless Jake is going live. Gotta elevate my leg on Bobby.
Wow. You're getting the full experience today from the Asmaniacs.
No shit there. Wow.
I told you,
Excuse
I'm
my
like, I got
Guatemala.
45. I'm like, I got 45 minutes, 60 minutes max. Here we are. They're going to be approaching an hour and a half show. All right, there's how many people on hold right now? Tommy, Gary, Rob, and Big Philip. If you got to go, BG.
No, let's go. I'm doing some of my prep on the middle. When I have to go, I'll let you know. So yeah,
All
that's
right.
good. Let's take them.
So you let us know here. If you've waited on hold, I promise we will get to you. Let me just get caught up here on some of the super chats. Bobby, make sure you respond to Rat Diddy. He wants to know if you're hitting the Fuzzy Peach tonight. I don't think it's actually called the Fuzzy Peach.
I've never heard it referenced in such manner, but different strokes.
Isn't it the Fuzzy Grape? Bobby, isn't it the Fuzzy Grape?
Yes, the fuzzy grape. Did he get it right? It's not the fuzzy peach. It's the fuzzy grape. It's in Massachusetts. Okay.
Thank you, Bobby. That's enough. Thank you. Anyway, God, more calls right now. I don't know if this guy calls your morning show, but
okay,
him and I usually go at it. He's got some horrendous takes, so I'll let you handle it today. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary is up next. Hello, Gary.
I honestly don't even want to go after those two calls. Those are classics. Like I don't. Between Charles Gorman and my parents made love twice, and I go to the unisex.
Yeah, I do not believe
the Jake Asman show could just be those last two calls.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't believe I've ever had the pleasure of having Gary on the show. I think I've interacted with him on Bobby's show, maybe, but I do not believe we've had him on the Boy Green Daily show.
I was on when you were on with Connor. Like,
oh, his show, right at night.
No,
yes,
no
yes,
offense.
Yes.
I'm in Texas. I work. I'm usually in my office working until 2, 3 in the morning. I'm just not up in time.
That's okay. No offense taken. I appreciate you.
All right. And Jake, look, I'm just looking out for you. I consider you a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want Carly sitting in that chair. I think you might want to keep her out of that orange chair.
She can make her own decision. I'm not in charge of her. She's just my employee. She's just the director of merch store operations.
All right. I'm just putting that out there. You do what you want.
Are you going to sit in the chair?
Sitting in there. I'll give him the $5. I'm not sitting in the chair.
Wait a second. So you would pay $5 and not even sit in the orange chair?
I'll pay $5 to not sit in that chair.
Why? Orange is your favorite color. You're Mr. Texas Longhorns. Garrett Wilson didn't go to Texas, so I have to dislike him. That's you. Now you're not going to sit in an orange chair?
I need to sit in the chair because it's orange. That's your argument?
Yeah.
Because the chair is a similar color to what the Longhorns wear, then I have to sit in the chair?
That's the only argument I need.
I'm not sitting in that chair. You guys enjoy the chair, though. I don't know what goes on in that chair.
I plan to sit. I'm going to sit in that chair, all right. I can't wait.
Wow.
I just had basically questions on this kickoff rule. Why? Maybe I'm asking the wrong people. Like, this is above y'all's pay grade, but why did they do this? Like, was there? And then onside kick. They said you can still do onside kicks if you're in the fourth quarter and losing. How would that work? Like,
and you have to announce it, so you can only do it in the fourth quarter at all. And to do it in the fourth quarter, you have to be losing, and you have to announce it. There's no surprise onside kick, so they return to normal onside kick formation for that. And you asked why did they do it? Well, the two choices, and we can make of it what we will. They said they were going to kill it And then after a touchdown, we just start at the 20 or 25. Or they were going to try to do it in a new way where they made it a play. Because last year, I think the Green Bay Packers led the NFL in return attempts on kickoffs. It was 33. So, like, nothing. It was non-existent, basically, because everyone's just booting it through the back of the end zone and no one could do anything with it. So they wanted to make it not a play where you go grab a beer and you go take a piss. They wanted it to be a play that's active. And based on last night, we're not getting fair catches anymore. I think we only had one touchback / fair catch in that game. The rest of them were returns. It's igniting returns.
Okay. All right, that's a reasonable explanation, right? Like I thought everyone was gonna kind of throw their hands up, like I have no idea why they're doing it, but that's reasonable. I can live with that as an explanation. And then the new tackle rule, what do they call it? Like the hip
drop. Yeah, that's illegal now. Yeah.
All right. Do you have an explanation for that too, or is that?
The good news is
you sold me on the kickoff. Like, I was against the kickoff. He's like, all right, why not? Like, what do we got to lose? Why not?
The good news is
sell me on this. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people have made a lot of crap about the hip drop tackle. Apparently, according to the NFL, and they look through all the tape, there was only 2 instances last year where they would have thrown a flag for the hip drop tackle, which means 99% of the time, no one did it to break the rules. We saw it, obviously, the Andrews hit and a couple of players that got hurt. Tony Pollard, I think, broke his leg against the 49ers. I think that was another one that did it. So for the most part, they're saying, hey, don't do this. But apparently it wasn't done a lot. So I think it's more so curtailing the rule, working on technique tackle speaking. So I think a lot of people are overreacting to it. But according to the NFL, it didn't happen that often last year at all.
So it shouldn't be something that you see a 20-yard gain down the field, looks ordinary tackle, and then it becomes 35. You don't expect to see a bunch of that, right? A bunch of meaningless flags. Everyone's kind of okay. All right, well done, Boy Green. Well done. You explained that well.
Booyah! That's why I'm here.
Gary, enjoy some chicken and pasta tonight for dinner, right?
I certainly will not.
Chicken with pasta is worse than peanut butter with sandwich.
What's your take on chicken and pasta? Would you have it with a meal together?
I'm not a chicken palm guy or chicken with pasta. I am a neither guy. Individually, yes. Mix and mash, no. I prefer those party segregated. Yeah.
All right. I give you gas station pizza. That's what you have to eat. Or you could pick any item from McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's. Which one are you going with?
Okay. I'm definitely taking the fast food. Unquestioned.
Gary would take the gas station pizza.
Oh, that's un-American.
Yep, I would agree. All right, this guy's a great American. Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella is on the line. Big fella, I wave my flag for you.
Thank you very much, man. God bless America. Now, Carly better get ready because we're going to be carrying her around that orange chair like a bar mitzvah, man.
Oh, yeah.
I just want everyone to know how much bleep I have made after this show, but I'm just going to leave it at that.
I believe it. I wanted to talk to you about Tariq Cohen retiring. Like, are we going to replace like a kick returner, or are we going to go with Izzy and Gibson? Like, what do you think? Are we going to bring somebody in?
Well,
they haven't so far.
Yeah, I think they'll give. I mean, Boyer said it. They're going to give a bunch of guys opportunities. I still think it's Gibson's job to lose until we kind of see how it looks in the preseason a little bit. But Izzy, I think, will get opportunities. I think you're going to use Corley there. What isn't Ballaway getting chances too? The other running back they have on the team.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and a reporter, I think it was Costello, at today's Saleh press conference said, "Man, Tariq Cohen, when healthy, is a first-team All-Pro retirement. Does his sudden retirement out of nowhere that Saleh admitted today was a bit of a surprise? He didn't see it coming. Does that like fuck up the return room? And to your point, do you have to go get someone?" And he said, "Nah. I mean, like he was in the competition, but so were a lot of other guys. We talked about like Corley, Braylon Allen, even beyond some of the guys we talked about. So again, I think he would have had a clear path to making it. To be honest, I thought he was going to make the 53-man roster, if not, at worst case, the practice squad. So that one caught me off guard. 2 days ago, he said, "Woo! His NFL comeback's amazing. Things are going great." And then boom, sudden retirement, and Saleh won't explain why. It's very odd. But no, I think they're going to rock with what they have. The roster moves that they added, a couple of random wide receivers, they don't seem to be major factors in return game.
Okay. And do you guys know the status of Michael Carter II?
I don't. I can't speak for Jake, but Saleh did not address it today. There was no practice yesterday. Michael Carter II wasn't working out today, and they signed a corner. That was one of the 3 moves they made, which makes you go, whoa, is this more serious than we think? But this is just me speculating. Saleh not immediately addressing it. Sometimes you get that right at the beginning of a press conference. Hey, here's the injury report. MC2's dealing with the blah. Him not doing that to me suggests that it's not as serious, or the media just didn't do their job asking the question. So it was one or the other, but I'm leaning towards it's not as serious. But obviously adding a corner makes you immediately think that that must have been for some MC2 insurance policy, but we didn't really hear today an update.
Okay. And did you see what Colin Cowherd said about what's going on in New England?
No.
With
Joe
Drake
Milton.
Yeah.
That's not
I heard
good.
the New England people talking
I'll
about
tell you why this is not good. That man is wrong about everything. So not only is Joe Milton now never going to play for New England, but Drake May is going to be a Hall of Famer. So I don't need Colin telling us how bad Drake May is and Joe Milton's going to win the job. It's the opposite will happen.
Bro, if he starts against us on week 3, I'm going to go fucking crazy. Sorry for the language. Because, bro, it's going to be something. And by the way, Gary, Tennessee is the real UT, brother. Not Texas.
Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella.
And Jet fans are clueless. I mean, they're dopes. They don't know anything. This is a really good hire. Gase is a great coach. Okay, Adam Gase is Kyle Shanahan before Kyle Shanahan. Gase is a great coach.
Oh, God. Oof.
Yeah.
The Kyle Shanahan part, I had never heard that one before. Oh.
Well, don't worry. I mean, it's not just football he knows nothing
Paul
about.
Skeens, Pittsburgh Pirates, dominant guy, overpowering. You faced, obviously, you were in the Nolan Ryan era. But
No.
What,
I
not
never
even an
faced Nolan.
inning?
Slow down. No, I was way after Nolan.
Okay,
Way
after Nolan. Okay.
Yikes.
Nolan Ryan retired in 1993. Derek Jeter's major league debut was in 1995. Yep.
Sorry, Colin.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace.
Where Colin was wrong. Anyway, 2 calls left here. What a show it's been. Please hit the like button. If you're not liking this, I mean, do you not like America? I mean, come on now.
By the way.
Are you V-Man?
Yeah, right. Quick shout out here. I don't think we got to this one earlier. One more membership, and it got lost with all the people talking. Shout out to FPP for Boy Green Coffee Club, to Backwoods Aren't Cool. That's oddly specific, but thank you for joining the Boy Green Coffee Club.
Let's go.
Yeah.
A lot of coffee
Aren't
club
Cool.
members today. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
wow. Man, we're having a lot of cross-pollination here. It's great to see.
I love it. All right, 2 calls, then we wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy's up next. Hello, Tommy.
Hey, what's up, Jake? What's up, Paul?
Hey, love the beer,
Tommy.
brother.
How you
Nice.
guys doing, my mans?
What's up?
You guys are 2 of the best that ever did it, man, on YouTube. Just letting you guys know that. At my mom's house today, just for maybe Bobby's show, wanted to show off little Anna Masha. Come here, you little. She's been following me around
Oh, wow.
Aw.
Oh.
for days. Hasn't stopped. Non-stop. She's a Yorkie, but half terrier, and she's a monster. But she loves me to death, and I love her.
Right.
And then I got my come here, Raven. Look up to the
God.
camera, Raven. Animasha won't even give her the coverage. Raven, look,
Oh.
come here.
Thank you for this, Tommy.
She's half pit, half like I don't know what, but it would be good for Bobby's show. But the number one Jets point I just wanted to say was, you guys are awesome. What you do, keep up the great context, and I don't think that we have any problems this year at all. Our defense is gonna be off the field half the time as last year because we actually have a quarterback that can throw the ball and manage offense. And I'm looking forward to this year, man. Like I think we could sign 7 wide receivers, and I think we'd be good because Corley's going to be a monster, and Malachi. Malachi Corley. But
what did you
Jake
call him
Paul,
once on the show?
Macaroni or something like that.
Tommy, excellent call by you. Appreciate it. What a call.
Wow.
The calls today have been outrageous. I mean, some of the best we've
that's
had.
Content, context, contact. I love it.
So I know this guy said he didn't want an emoji, but we have the best listeners out there. So
Wow.
Joseph is a huge Asmaniac.
Oh, wow.
Just sent me this to my email. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rick Kent emoji. Now, Rick, you said you didn't want it, so I get it. I won't upload it. I don't even know if we have enough to upload it yet. I got to check.
Yeah.
I just want you to know it's here one day if you need it. Maybe we'll do we'll do 24 hours here or there. We'll throw it up, replace it with some of the older emojis for the day. But the Rick Kent emoji is ready to roll. So I just want you to know, Rick, we appreciate all your support. All right? You truly are a hero. One last call.
Yeah.
Before we wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob the Jet fan. Close us out. Hello, Rob.
Hey, fellas. How's it going today? Hey, Boy Green.
Hey, what's up, brother?
How are you, buddy? I think first time that I ever spoke to you.
Yeah. It's my pleasure.
No, pleasure's mine, buddy. Just keep sexing on, buddy. Love it.
Thank you.
I got to say something because
calm your freaky down.
I have to say something like that. Look at this all-star lineup today. I mean, come on, Charles Gorman, Bobby, Gary, the big fellow, and then Tommy with the dog show. I mean, this is like a losing situation for me, boy.
Yeah,
I mean, but
we didn't talk
very
about
impressed
this.
with the show.
There was a lot of tongue going on there with the Tommy and the dog. It was like Deadpool, Wolverine, excessive tongue action. So it was
a little scary there, buddy. A little scary there.
Challenge flag on that one, but
yeah, definitely a challenge flag there. But I wanted to tell Bobby definitely bring the chair if he comes to T Square. I also pledged $5 to sit on the chair, Jake. And as far as security, I will lead the security there, but I'm also recruiting Boy Green to be the second security guy for me. What do you think?
I like it, man, because Boy Green might not be as big as you, Rob, but if there's one thing we know about Boy Green, our guy can knock your ass out.
He can kick your freaking ass. So you know what? I need a backup just in case. You never know. Like if Allen comes surprisingly there, I'll give Boy Green my light work.
There we go. I appreciate
it. You can take. Love it. But I wanted to also say, Paul, what do you think as far as Tank making the team? Tank McKinley, you think he has a legit shot of being on our line this year, making the team? What do you think, buddy?
100%. Well, you got to see whatever the injury he was dealing with is. He was with the trainer today at practice, but boy, Nick Ferrier said, quote, the word he used is unblockable on this Jets defense. He had 6 sacks in like a 3 practice span. So there are the island of misfit toys. I used that reference earlier of Tack McKinley, undrafted free agents, Braden McGregor, Watts, Leonard Taylor III, that back end of the top 10 for the Jets. I believe 10 defense linemen are making it. He's in that back order of the back 10. He's in the conversation. Preseason games are going to be big for Tack McKinley. Tack attack. He's gonna be in the conversation. But I'm really excited. I think Saleh, and again, they've proven it with their defensive development. They could get the most out of the guys. Former first-round draft choices. Always had the talent, but sometimes hasn't had his head screwed on right. I'm rooting for Tack. I think he makes it.
Did you see what the big fella just did?
No.
Did you see this? He asked how many members are we away from a new emoji. So I looked. 15. So Rick Kent, for at least this show until we replace it with something else, we're getting you an emoji. Want to know why? Because the big fella then said, okay, watch this. How about a 15 spot? So let's fire up the troops, baby. I know what to do.
High formation, Carter the I-back. Rodgers under center. Drops back. Lobs one. Front left pylon. It is caught. Garrett Wilson. It's a Jet touchdown. Aaron Rodgers slips a magical throw to Garrett Wilson. And the Jets are on the board.
Here we go, Boy Green. It's raining memberships. Grab your Gusbuster umbrella. We have 15 names to actually read off. You got to be kidding me. The big fella coming through for the people. That's right. It's raining. Here we go. 15 names, and I think you're going to like one of them.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, receiving a membership. Paul Boy Green Eston Jr.
Live on the show. How did that happen?
How about that? You got a membership as you're live on the show. Ron Weiss, Gary Theus, E-Rock Polk, B. Cole, Jetpack 615, Jay-Z Jetfan, Virgagio, Cynthia W. More memberships. Kick-Ass Jets, Johnny Ace, Isaac, Ranger Fan 11, Ryan Rivera, Yainir Rivera. You are all channel members courtesy of the big fella. Wow. I mean,
raining.
Wow. Unreal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I see no membership for J-Quest, but Boy Green gets one. I don't know. No, those are the gods. Thank you.
You know what I would say to J-Quest? Sucks to suck.
It's a great day.
Boy Green, plug whatever you have to plug before we wrap up here.
Yeah, guys, first off, thank you. It was an awesome first show. Great love on both sides. Again, we're streaming live on both mine and Jake's channel, so the support is crazy. I interviewed Judy Batista earlier today from the NFL Network. Last weekend, she was at Jets Camp. She was at Jets Camp again today. So right after the Boy Green Daily Show, she went off to Jets Camp to go cover that. So go check that out. I had her on for 30 minutes. She sat down with Aaron Rodgers. So very insightful interview and got to pull some stuff from that. So yeah, Judy Batista, go check out that interview on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoyGreen25, baby.
Before we go, I would like to share with everyone that the Rick Kent emoji is at least live for the remainder of this show and the shows this weekend. You don't want it, Rick, but guess what? You have it. Rick actually just super chat. What I want to know is why this guy Joseph has a screenshot of me.
Well, that's a fair question. Fair
well,
follow-up.
He's stalking you, Rick. That's obviously the only answer here. Yeah. Anyway, everyone use the Rick Kent emoji. Show him some love in the chat, even if it's only going to be for this one show, because he's too good of a guy to warrant his own emoji. Unbelievable. Boy Green, a lot of fun, man. I can't wait to do more of these throughout the season. It's going to end with us doing the show right after a Jets Super Bowl victory. It's going to be magical.
I can't wait, brother. So thanks, everybody, for the people, for making it happen. Spectacular. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for Boy Green Daily. Take care, everybody. God bless.
He is Boy Green. My name is Jake Asman. Once again, hit the like button if you're watching on Paul's channel or my channel. Subscribe to both channels if you haven't already. My name is Jake Asman. Thank you to everyone. No live show tomorrow, but I will be at Jets training camp. So I maybe will put out a quick, 1 minute quick take video on the channel to give you guys something. If not, we will definitely be live on Sunday. The Buffalo Jet fan is going to be joining me at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're going to training camp, you better say hello. Shout out to Tom Ace. He promised me 50-yard line seats. That's why I got him a ticket after all. So looking forward to meeting a bunch of you guys tomorrow. Thanks for the support. Thanks to Boy Green. This was awesome. What a funny show. I can't wait to rewatch some of the calls. You guys are the best, and in honor of a great show, why don't we end today's program with a little song that was created by one of our listeners, the great Bijan.
Let's go, baby.